If anyone read Jamie Dimon's letter to shareholders that was released a couple of weeks ago, Jamie Dimon's the head of the largest bank, Chase, in the whole entire world, the largest bank by a lot at this point now. He released a letter to the shareholders talking about what's going on in the marketplace. One of the main things he said is that we're looking for a soft landing. What is a soft landing? Essentially, what the Fed's trying to do by raising interest rates is cool down inflation so we don't land in a recession or an economic crash. That's what a soft landing is. Raising interest rates enough so spending comes down enough in small amounts, slowly, so we don't end up in a recession. That's what a soft landing is. But at these levels of inflation, stock market highs, interest rate highs, we've never before in the history of this country economically had a soft landing. So the Fed's essentially trying to pull off something that's never happened before. Jamie Dimon also mentioned interest rates. Most experts at the top of the year were talking about 3 to 4 interest rate cuts this year. Now, everybody's unsure of what's going to happen because inflation still has not come down. So the Fed has not said anything about cutting rates. And I do believe that if you see any cuts this year, maybe it's one, but at this point, there's a better chance that there's no interest rate cuts this year. That's the bad news. The interest rates you're seeing today around this range, which is anywhere between 7% and 7.5% on a 30-year fixed, is probably what you're going to see for the remainder of this year. That is the bad news. Jamie Dimon said in his letter to shareholders that he doesn't know over the next 2 years if interest rates are going to be 2% or 8%. Again, the leader of the largest bank in the world is telling you he does not know where interest rates are going. So I think it's hard to believe a lot of these social media experts or YouTube experts like myself who are telling you they know that interest rates are coming down and there's going to be multiple rate cuts this year. I do believe that being a loan officer and watching interest rates or being a real estate agent and watching interest rates all day is a craft and you do have knowledge on the market. But to make predictions on interest rates being cut for a Federal Reserve that doesn't know what's going to happen next, I think is reckless. Right now what we're looking at is how do we advise clients in the best way to buy homes in this market at the current rates. If you can buy a home at current rates that fits your budget, do not overspend. Do not spend in the hope that interest rates will come down. You have to buy a home right now that fits your actual budget today. That monthly payment that you can pay every month. If you're doing that, then you're safe and it's a good time to buy real estate. The reason and the why I think it's a good time to buy real estate, if interest rates do come down at some point, and they will, whether it's this year, next year, or in 2026, whenever they do come down, that property value of the home you're buying today will inevitably go up. That is something that's happened throughout history. When interest rates come down, values eventually go up. So if you're buying a house today at a higher interest rate and rates go up in a couple of years, the value on your home will increase. And that investment that you're making in your home, which for most of us were the big investments of our life, will go up. So I do think it's a good time to buy. But stay within your budget. Don't hope for an interest rate cut. And you shouldn't be waiting for an interest rate cut to buy a property if you need it today or if you can afford it today. Make the investment today. I think it's a good investment, but I don't think we should count on interest rates coming down this year.